Hi everyone, Matt here, and today we are continuing on with HiveSwap FriendSim. Last time we started off with Volume 6, and we did a words path. And now we are going Cup, Rum, and Follicle, or whatever the fuck. Wandering deep into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough. But down here, the streets get narrower, dingier, and the buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect, and more likely to shoot you and claim it as self-defense. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, empathetically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills onto the street up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. You have recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of the guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around at varying flavors of bemusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings on either side. Lol. The hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There is someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on a second glance into two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. The girl is clinging to the boy's back, like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They are both skinny and stringy. But damn, you thought the smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. Well, Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives, walking out their hives straight into our trap. Idiots. Never see it coming. You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street. Probably you should just mind your own business. But when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked on for once. You kind of want to join in on the mocking. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature. Born out of the trash. Lol. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone. Kind of like Polypa had been with murder. He keeps sniggering. Sniggering? Snickering? Is that even a word? You can't help thinking you were being called out. It's stated lying down. You never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protest. Hey, that's pretty sexual also. Thanks, English language. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you'd had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults. But that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll. And you really, really want more friends. Diction is a powerful thing. You admit that you don't have a lusus and that you are pretty much used to insults these days. You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. Well, Rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird spidery face toward you. You should come hang out. Wait, what? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? It looked like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. 2 friends for the price of 1. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked. Gumprum hacked their Palmhouse GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch, you figure it's a good prank, if a little mean-spirited. Volko stops yanking at Cuprum's hair and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Cuprum. She gives his hair another yank, like it's Rain's and he is her horse. Cuprum grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that crackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Cuprum lets you go and you land hard enough on the heels of your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Volko's face. What you had initially taken as deep-set eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. It's super creepy, and also super painful. Yeah? So what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon. Well, he keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a powerful thing. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before? You have, but you aren't sure if Siriva counts. They're an internet celebrity, for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other wasn't lost to void rot, whoever the hell that is. I wonder if that's why she's on top of Cuprum. He is some kind of combination steed and seeing eye dog. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Gorgeel. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense that this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you are. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there, looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters, lol. Can't wait for Triza to take this one down to the coal fields for a little R&R. Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually. Rampage and rending. Ah. Wow. And here is me thinking we could get through all conversation without bringing up precious Triza. Well, Triza rules. I love Triza. I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memories, trying to figure out if you know what a Triza is, or who. Triza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are to get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Wow. What? That's supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. You watch too much Eastern Alternian pornography. I'll be way better than sitting around with you, always sucking dry. This sure is something you're witnessing right here. It must be the black rom stuff Zebra had briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they got going on here. Because as everyone knows, there's nothing two people in lovers spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically at least. Physically, Vocal stays clinging to Cup Brum's back. Not again, fuck bulge. We're pale. So pale. Oh, pale. That's a nice one. The petting one, where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex. What? You got something to say? Odd. You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship. Right. Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends. But it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship. Especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of economic for just how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. Why DK WTM? You'll workshop it. Well, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge Nori freak. But okay. You wonder what kind of people Cuprum has been hanging out with. He thinks you look normal. At this point, you're, what, dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned and slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must look really wild. Yep, whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. A group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too. You're getting the vapors at just the thought of all these potential connections. Start around the dumpster to find out. Cuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Eddie tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bagged. Yeah. You're always fucking surprised, lol. You point out, very respectfully, that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over. Now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you have learned about Alternia up until now. Not a prank. This is war. Not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, okay. As long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the high bloods look too close to doing either. Oh, they are standing in a clump in the center of the street. Nervous, but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience. like a flat tire or spilled cup of coffee. They have been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds. But the and Cuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the Blue Bloods, a smallish girl with a Krillin symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. TFW when dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. I'm not sure what's going on. Why ASWG? Still not great. Regular is calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one over on them. We need to get owned. Fucking own it. That can go on a t-shirt. Local and Cuprum seem bummed that their prank is going 10 so fast, but still little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes an assault. Overhead there is a whir and a clink. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit. You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You are confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you to do. But gosh, it would be nice to rest your feet for a little while. You better. Now the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any travel passes. Perfect. You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again, and this time 2 pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? Quickly explain that we want to catch the bus before it takes off again. We have no idea how long it will be before another one arrives. Local and Cuprum look at you like you're crazy. Well, Cuprum looks at you and Focal looks kind of off over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But you are actually mentally handicapped. You can't just get on a charted scuttle buggy. That's for Krillin and not Baby Teal. And they got a death wish. This damn Hemo spectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit you down and explain exactly how all of this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time. Or hitting on you. It just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Well, no they don't, actually. But you're used to them, which makes them better. Which makes them much better and more acceptable. Getting back as all the Blue Bloods on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the Blue Bloods down here, Poco and Cuprum had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Cuprum picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own in a fight, no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumbled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Cuprum said they were calling the drones. But a bus came and said, maybe calling the drones could mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be to report a robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing sound of giant footsteps. Fuck. Time to go. Focal wraps her arms more securely around Cuprum, and he takes off, like literally takes off. First you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half-inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. Familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about psychics, YDKMAP, but that is pretty damn impressive. Three of you round the corner and you forget all about being impressed because you are too busy freaking the fuck out. You were still busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinnier, a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and it's focused on the three of you instead of someone else. You, Focal, and Cuprum make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like, smash. Smash at the end comes from Cuprum picking up all three of you with his brain tossing you just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. That's the pavement where you'd been standing into cranky, smoking trucks. You tumble feet over ass into the alleyway. Concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you are just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is Focal. The blast rips her off of Cuprum and sends her in the opposite direction, against the alley wall, with you. She immediately curls into a ball, like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay. You aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh fuck. Jonah had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cuprum's, and surprise, it did. It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends. And now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They look kind of organic. But so do, like, the couches here. But you digress. It's going to kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big, ugly head swivels toward Focal. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Hernia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps toward her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout. You make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it. But you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turned towards you, then back at Focal. It can't make up its mind. Should I go for the void rot or the noisy asshole? Look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You're really a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked, but the giant metal leg. And all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smack a trash can. Fuck. Luckily, for once you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Guprum doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking Joan by, well, basically just putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to at least be a little bit useful and drag Focal out of the way of the drone as it falls. But it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Guprum drops like a rock before he's even out of the air. He's on his way to Focal. He shoves you out of the way. Full, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck, Full? Focal buries her face in Cuprum's chest. Her two little fists cling tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths, like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? You probably call them some weird... They probably call them something weird. Respiratory sacs. Breathe glands. Suck sphincters. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go. Concerning appreciate your loved ones, well, you can before a big male monster comes and squishes them. But sitting here watching Cuprum and holds Folkfield like he never wants to let her go, well, all your snideness drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home. Hey, you okay, dork? Yeah, you really are. Thanks to them. Victory. You guys really don't seem to have your shit together. You mentioned just offhandedly, chill as hell, that maybe they might have to work on a few things they need to... have a few things they need to work on. No pressure or anything. Just this is the sort of stuff a helpful friend does. Mention shortcomings and crappy relationship dynamics. Having friends is great. The light glitters in Cuprum's goggles, even as it is sucked into a black hole of Focal's not eyes. You called me out? You coming into my hive and spouting this shit? Spout out that this is a trash heap, though you don't want to judge. You might have a trash hive. It's a figure of speech. Kind of like, go fuck yourself. Both of them look pissed. The Cuprum looks extra pissed. I know what this is. You're out to steal my girl. You really think you can give Full what she needs, what she craves. He's making it sound like a fetish rather than a medical condition. Maybe it's both. Dear God. You really want to come at me, motherfucker. Hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. That's how loud he yells. Or maybe it's the crackles of energy slowly emanating from his pores and building like a sine wave. At first you think it's just you finally cracking under all the pressure. That's really happening. The glow of white-hot electricity rolls up his arms and shoulders and into Focal, where it travels over the length of her body and centers where her eyes should be. She shivers and lets out a short, slightly lubed sound, her hands tighten in Cuprum's wild hair. Man, you shouldn't be watching this. You are blushing something fierce. But, okay, you think you get what's going on. Kinda symbiosis. His energy overflows when he gets upset, and Focal sucks up that energy to treat her void rot. He is her giant battery. Remember, Cerebra, mentioning that powerful gold bloods have a tendency to get harvested for their energy. Baby Cuprum is one of those powerful psychics. Ha. He wishes. Trez is gonna chew him up and spit him out. Then I'm really gonna have to find another sucker to leech off. Focal is looking at you, considering. Well, you aren't actually sure if she can see you. Definitely not with her eyes, since she doesn't have those. Maybe she's like a cricket. They don't hear with their legs or some Don't they hear with their legs or some horseshit like that? What? This guy? Please. Sure. Why not? I'm getting sick of your shit anyway. Oh god, are they breaking up right in front of you? Focal crawls down off of Cuprum's back and starts across the filthy floor toward you. Scuttly and bug-like. And now instead of yelling, Cuprum is snickering. Actual laughter, not lulls. That's a good sign, right? It's great when friends can laugh together, especially when shake it awkward. You think empower me the way I need? Whoa, she's right in your face. She really needs to take a shower. But you don't have room to talk. It's been a long time since Tagora's ablution trap. Besides, judging someone based on their personal hygiene is shallow, right? It's what's on the inside that counts. Yeah, you're sure that's the sort of thing that makes you deep? Seriously, you have so much love to give. Friend love is what you're all about. Maybe this is what all that desperation has been leading up to. The slow raising of your power friendship level in order to reach this peak of unbelievable bro power. To free this young gold blood from a codependent relationship. You've been conditioning your body, putting it through its paces, building up a tolerance to bullshit and just bathing in metaphorical resonance. Focal kisses you. Wow, that is friendly. Lots of people kiss their friends. You're pretty sure? Maybe? Yeah, you are super progressive. This is fine. You sort of wish that the first alien tongue you've had in your mouth didn't taste like Cheetos. But you can't have everything in life. Holy shit, you're doing it. Feel a rush of energy flow through you, lighting up your whole body and pouring into Focal, filling her to the brim with the power she needs, or she craves. God, you are the best friend ever. It's you. You rock. You seriously? Well, hard. Well, the best. Well, oh son of a bitch. Feel something warm on the back of your neck, and Cuprum is giggling right next to your ear. Somehow, while you were busy kissing his girlfriend, he snuck up from behind and started kissing you too. Well, more just putting his mouth on you and moving his tongue around. He must be feeding psychic energy into you, which Focal is sucking out of your mouth. They're using you like a goddamn copper wire. You could maybe be into this if you weren't behind a dumpster, and if you were looking for anything more than some good old-fashioned wholesome friending. Cuprum, fuck off. Don't help. You aren't involved in this. Cuprum is still laughing, and he's added the lulls back in, which you like even less because they're pressing against your neck. He steps back and the flood of energy lets up. You go from feeling like a light bulb to feeling like a steadily deflating balloon. He'll kiss you again, taste like Cheetos, but also like dying. Your entire body has been placed in a juicer and a giant is squeezing down. Your muscles twitch and drool drips out of the corner of your mouth. Focal must be the only thing holding you up, because when she steps back, you slump to your knees, then go down on your side. Your fall is broken by some old rotten fruit. Cool. Focal stands silhouetted against the streetlight in all her greasy glory. Thanks, Normie. They'll hold me for maybe like the next 15 minutes. fog closes in on you as you lie on the filthy pavement. Is it the fog of death or just impending unconsciousness? You don't know. One thing is for sure, though. It is not the fog of impending friendship. Game over. Alright, stick up for yourself. Or whatever. You put it to them, offhandedly, that perhaps it is they who are the trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder. Cuprum, check out the badass we got here. MFW freaky hull bait nerd lore talks back. Why don't you just run, cry about it? Yeah, go tell your Lucis on us. The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird, stumbling gait. They leave you all and your lonesome, fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming. Game over. It's for the best. Well, that is all for HiveSwap FriendSim. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. Yeah. Have a good day and do what you do best.